those ornaments online, and Genji's late game comp is looking fantastic.
Just have to get there, and that's going to be pretty hard. If you look at the amount of power that T1 have, Camille, one of the few top lane bruisers that can actually deal with tanks due to the true damage and precision protocol. And the 1-for-1 of T1 is disgusting, frankly.
More consistent damage output than a Caitlyn, who's in an even game will be able to perform with. And then you're stuck trying to make plays with this Lux, who's fairly fragile as well.
Okay, fighting over level 2, the flash forward as Karia's going for it with the Q of his own. That's going to be a trade. His first blood is given over to the Ezreal. Gumayusi able to trade one back as our supports, they were ready to fight.
And that's going to be a first kill for both.
Charge on this, and Faker just now teleporting. Note the flank coming in from the side of T1. They've got a Camille and a Rise behind him.
And has to be so careful, they're grouping up to check.
Okay, they see Zeus and they're looking for the turn to flash in onto Faker, and he will be rooted down and taken down as well. But T1 say that's okay, we'll take the Drake. Zeus though also going to be taken down here, so Gen.G pick up a couple of kills, but T1 do get the Drake.
This is what you...
If Faker overstood his welcome, he would have been dead.
If only he had no threats. Would have been able to hit him. And the one thing for T1 that is important to still keep in mind is that this comp punishes overextension.
Here we go. This is the side lane play that we expect, and stopwatch is good, but it ain't that good. That's going to be the kill given over to Gumi Karia with no flash for his own engages. Gen.G stalwart here in the river, trying to put up a wall and avoid it. Zeus goes over the wall, just leading the charge, ready to fight.
Stroke point control, but Chovy wasn't here, so he can't actually get that death ray damage through. T1 will actually spill into the other side. Now they've got to be wary of the Zeus flank once again.
All right, setting up another kind of wall here. We got traps coming out from Gumayusi, and you do not want to get headshot by this Caitlyn right now. As Zeus over the wall, they're looking for Chovy. He doesn't have his stopwatch anymore, but the damage from the backside of Gen.G is gigantic. They're able to take down both of the divers on the side of T1, but that is going to be the Dragon going the way of T1. So a crazy fight, but T1 get another Infernal.
Insanely well played from Gen.G. That Doran zone, as the divers go in, there's no follow-up. But the Drake still goes to T1, so now Gen.G, they need to push for this Baron.
Yeah, they're going to push for it as fast as they can. They've got a ton of damage here. And, you know, with T1 having this ward here, it's so valuable. They know exactly where to run. Realm Warp is available for Faker. We've seen those in some LCK finals recently.
Oh boy. Here
we go. Are they going to contest? I think they have to.
Are they just going to Realm Warp into this one? I don't know. We've seen that before too, as okay, they're going to go on the backside here. They want to take a fight as immediately a headshot from Guma. That's going to be one kill. Gen.G get the Baron, but they get nothing else. As T1 are on the chase, Faker leading the charge. He's going to get that bounce onto both of them, and at least Chovy will go down as they are looking for more. A triple kill now for Guma, and that is going to be the ace into the hands of T1.
Gen.G, this first game, have been both extremely proactive, but also greedy in the objective.
Teleports available, 2 of them, but
okay,
coming down.
They are going for this.
Are joining. I don't think they can get here.
Yeah, they're not going to get here on time, but Peanut's here on time. Peanut, can he steal it? No, he cannot, but he does have a stopwatch trying to turn this one around. Karia takes so much of the aggro here. The Chaos Storm, the Ornhorn, and he's still alive. There's the one Guardian Angel going down. And Guma, he's still alive. Look at how much damage he does at this point in time. The chunking is unbelievable. That's going to be the end of Ruler and the end of Gen.G on this fight.
See the space bought by those Guardian Angels. Zeus, he was just a bait, and he actually was. The entirety of T1 is ready. 3 Infernal Drakes, but I don't think
they call the push to end. T1 so decisive on the punish plays this game. You give them an inch, they will take a mile. They were so far behind in the early part of the mid-game, but they turned this one around so fast.
Unbelievable. T1 just like that. Doesn't matter what the game state is, as Zeus decides, hey, here's a kill. But we will get the kill on.
And the Alistar instead of the Leona. Interesting prioritization. We have seen Gen.G and many other LCK teams often default to the pick Alistar as a tank. Do think he has more power, and that will be a look for Zeus. That's not a fun matchup for Akali, I can assure you that.
Certainly not going to be, and it is going to be so much pressure now on Doran on the top.
Ooh. Doesn't know.
Doesn't know.
He has flash. Doran has no setup.
Yeah, this is going to be rough. A little bit low on the mana here is Zaze, but he has enough to dash, as now he will flash, and the miss on the Q means that Zaze will be okay, but he does have to expend that flash.
A lot of friends have a safety net, so he can either try and get the crash and then maybe die, or he can not get the crash and not get CS. And both options are not great, as we might have a bot side play here.
How does he keep hitting these? As now we are going to have the Realm Orb coming in. That's going to be one dead Gen G member, as down will go Ruler. And no more follow-up from Faker as Lahen's game as well. And you thought the duo of Gumayusi and Keria was strong. I mean, Owner and Keria is also incredibly strong, those two. As Zeus is pretty far up the lane. That's going to be the flash in here from Peanut. Hexdrinker not going to be enough to keep him alive. And Doran even able to pick up that kill.
Now, I hope we get the replay. Jovi's flash here. Like, that is so clean, because if he gets hooked, this play doesn't happen, he just instantly dies. So that's actually a really big play, because it's one of the very few good things that has happened for Gen G. But they're losing the cross-map trades. As you pointed out, Wolf, extremely
And then this whole turret's gone, and the lead continues. But going back to this Ahri pick, I like this more utility-based build here from Chovy this time around, because I think that with the Horizon focus, which I think will be the next one.
Hold on. We got the Shroud out here. The Shuriken's going to land as he goes in for R2 and immediately gets shut down. Zeus going to put an end to that, and he even survives.
Drinker value, combined with that Guild Force already being ready, it's just too much value, too much damage, too much stats being available. And
Realm Orb.
like, yeah, might happen again here.
Yeah, they have a lot of room to make this happen. Faker's opening that fight against Chovy, who is pretty far down the lane here, as now that's going to be the hook there onto Lahen as he gets trapped up once again. Who cares about your will? It is certainly breakable against T1 as a big blade caller, but I don't think that's enough. A hook goes down onto Ruler as well. Does not have the ultimate to survive, as Chovy, alongside a Peanut up on the top side, at least able to get the kill on the Faker. Now Doran goes in and trades 1-for-1, but T1 still up a man.
It's not an equivalent fight in the split, taking these opportunities to punish time and time again, as this is just a great play from Doran on the top side. Hook a little bit early, as you mentioned.
Yeah, if you wait at the depth charge, should have been fine there, but instead going to give up another kill, still a favorable trade. It's a good option to play for nonetheless. They are not looking like they will.
Yeah, sitting here and doing nothing is not going to be it. As Keria just puts him in the dumpster, and now Ruler has to run away, but there's a Realm Warp right on top of him as a big blade caller does come in, but Doran's losing the fight as well. As now front to back, the Jinx, the Lucian, they can kite for days. They will only be able to get the one for now. Faker able to flash away from those very nicely, and does force the flash away from...
Try to set up punish plays, get punish yourself, and they're going to try to steal it. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Let's see what Peanut has in store for us here.
No cooldowns.
Okay, he's over the wall as Lahen gets in there and smites, and down will go Keria. Now the chase coming in. There's the one. Doran gets one and immediately dies, but a couple of kills into the pockets of Gen G at least.
All right, try to set up punish plays, get punish yourself, and they're going to try to steal it. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Let's see what Peanut has in store for us here.
No cooldowns.
Okay, he's over the wall as Lahen gets in there and smites, and down will go Keria. Now the chase coming in. There's the one. Doran gets one and immediately dies, but a couple of kills into the pockets of Gen G at least.
All right, enough to go back, and it's
going in.
I mean, this is so risky. So risky.
This is crazy. As now the turn comes in, and Keria immediately gets blown up, and now over the wall goes Peanut. A huge kick into that back line, and that means that Doran's got some room to move as well. Ruler gets on in there. Zane's gonna stand up to him. What am I watching? As he went a little bit too aggressive there onto Zaze, but he will eventually be taken out. And Guma, the only one left here on the side of T1.
In this game, but he has baited so many critical plays, and Keria has been more of a liability than anything else in this game because he's so squishy.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of squishy.
Uh-oh. Okay, he's just fine.
Wait.
As a fight in the top side, as, okay, Diana against Akali, the Moonfall comes in, as that will be the execution. Akali does too much, and now look at this. Baker's like, no, see you later. I want no part of that fight. Keria is trying to set something up here now for Guma, but he is incredibly far away. Is the rocket enough? Yes, it is. That will be the exit.
One can't win the subsequent fight.
Elder!
This game isn't over. We've seen our fair share of Elder flips in the LCK and in Challengers, as that is the combo into Doran, but the damage not quite there to take him out just yet. Davis is going to get taken down. In goes Owner, gets a big engage this time. As over the wall goes Faker, but it's directly into this lethality Zaya. Everybody's desperate to kill him, and Ruler will survive. A double kill now for Toby, and Genji have wiped the slate clean and might just take the game. Say it, the turrets are going down, and T1 do not have the death timers to get up and defend this. Doran's got a huge smile on his face. 8 deaths for him, so many deaths for everybody on this rift, but Genji, they will best T1 in this second.
Not available, and it's a Nautilus instead. Genji have so much backline dive that they can actually utilize extremely well, and if you add the Yuumi to that, like, the amount of playmaking potential is Genji saying, we want to play exactly the same game as the previous one. This is going to be scrappy. This is going to... There was this entire topside jungle up. It's going to be able to farm that out. Peanut still sitting on level 3. Early attention paid towards topside, not paying off.
Oh, Doran in a lot of trouble here. There's the damage coming in, waiting for that knockback till the last second, but Doran is able to hang on to that hook shot and survive.
Really patient, and now Peanut will be able to at least get some of that jungle back. His owner's not done.
Oh boy, this is rough. He's gonna land that stun right down the middle. He's still got flash. Doran is going to land the stun there, but with the flash, Owner does.
Attention to topside.
Yeah, and you know, the advantages that T1 have here on top side of the map and how much farm Doran has lost is significant now. But as long as Doran plays it safe, he still will be Camille later on in this game. Like, he still will be relevant. The question is, will he be able to fight on a Rift Herald? Is Chovy?
Oh, Chovy's going in for it, the double distortion. He's trying to get on top of Faker. There it is. The flash forward nearly catches him, but Faker, Chovy has been getting the better of every single solo trade here. As Doran, oh boy. Maybe not this time, as he will go in. And now he's got Peanut, and the kick nearly saves his life, but Owner is trying to get on in there with the hook shot. Not able to get away, as Peanut at least will be able to clean up the kill.
Advantage they had bottom, they no longer have. Chovy,
yeah, he's
forced away.
And look at this, the save on the Rift Herald, what we were talking about. You know, Zeus is left to just dominate that lane alone, as there's going to be the charm in onto Peanut, and a huge rocket hits both of them, and Peanut just barely going to survive, but again, they're giving so much over to T1. This is going to be another charge on the Rift Herald.
And this is the first of 3 games we've seen the traditional macro T1 where they get massive turret leads in the early game.
Oh, man. Here comes the big-time gank from the engaged champion, Carria's Tom Kent. He's looking for the stun. There's the Devour onto him, as Doran will get into the Hex Tech. That's going to be a miss on the lick, as 1v1 now in the jungle. Peanut is not working this time after a failed flip from the side of Genji. And now we can see the real power of T1 as the engage from Carria onto a Lee Sin with the Tompkins. That's another charm. That's going to be the end of that. As Lehens, he might get away. Maybe he is going to get on top of Ruler here as we diving into Azaya. And now they will force down this turret. No TP will come in for Doran.
I think they could have let that TP go. It's just a force of nature. Every single play working out way too well. Yeah, Genji, they have Soul Point and a Dream, but they're so far behind that there's no way that they should be able to contest this.
We've seen almost all the Barons fail, as there's the charm onto Ruler. He catches the Zaya, and now Ruler can't do much of anything. In comes Chovy, trying to get a kill, not able to, as the block here from Owner onto the chains will be enough.
Chasing.
So low are all the health bars.
Yeah, not quite going to be confident enough to get onto there, and they have the Baron back, so T1 will finally get away with the Baron.
Heathing here, 50 seconds. Oh! Well, never mind.
And so with very little vision, now with the control ward over the wall though, T1 maybe thinking better of it, but there's the Q coming in, now the TP coming in as well, and that's going to be the steal. Peanut picks it up. And at least they'll be able to get that, but T1, they're looking for the end of the game as they'll actually be able to stop that TP. And Genji, they keep this game alive.
And that's so big because if the teleport comes through, or if you opt into a fight with T1, you lose. Well, yeah,
I don't know if he sees Faker either. There's no pings on this. Now he sees him. And now that Ari immediately goes into the Zhonya's as Faker now looking for the potential play. Chovy behind enemy lines. Has he gone too far is the question. As Faker is on the chase here, Owner waits for him on the backside. As Chovy's actually the bottom one. They flash after the clone.
That's a turret.
And Chovy's getting away. He will get away from them. Unbelievable.
I can't believe he gets away. They get a turret as well out of this.
He has Baron recall.
He's out.
He's fine.
Oh
See ya.
my gosh. For Shock Blast. If they can pop these defensive items early, they're going to have a much better time. Still up, though, both of them, Ruler and Chovy.
Chovy, he's going to be looking to put in the work, but down go his Banshee Veil. And the poke is coming in as well from the side of Ruler, who is going to be the main poke alongside of Lahens, I suppose. Chovy's still looking for his angle to poke. T1 have pulled this into the brush. And Chovy still out of vision here, going to be looking for the assassination on the backside. That's going to be the take by Peanut. Genji get the Ocean Soul. This game is not over by any means.
Certainly not.
Blanc with a fed Yumi apparently at this point in the game. They're looking to turn actually. Chovy takes two of them out. There's a 3v2 fight on the top side that T1 are getting close on, but it's not quite enough. Gumayusi though is looking to angle over. He might be able to get some damage in. Ruler is in a bit of trouble, has to flash away. The zap gets him on the backside. Gumayusi gets excited, and he's going to be the one that carries the fight in the end. That should be enough for T1, as they will clean up the fight.
Surprised at all at this point.
No, I shouldn't be.
Sir Thomas, Sir Thresh instead. I'm glad I got that curse in right at the last second. Thresh, and it's Carius Thresh. This guy, if you haven't seen this, welcome to the party.
Thank you, Veldas.
Might be criticized, but yeah, I mean, he basically will survive forever, I suppose. See how that works out for him.
Definitely very, very difficult to kill with Yumi attached to him. Going to be kind of the story.
Okay, Doran is actually taking a lot of damage. The flash comes in, and Owner's right there.
What did I say? You know,
boy.
see that Dark Seal? You know, this is the kind of game we're watching.
There's the Viego. He's up on the top side as Chovy has not been able to roam on up there, and now Faker's making his way, will be spotted.
Gonna ult first, try to get some damage through, but...
Well, oh, that was a really nice stun in the middle of the hook sling, as now that is just going to be a dead Akshan as the last auto comes in after Doran flashes. And he
The cross-map play, that's fine, but then pick a pick that actually facilitates that. Because now you have an Akshan that's monstrously far behind us. Oh, Peanut.
That is a fast Thresh, and he will flash to get out of this one, but the rest is still coming, and the death sentence will make his death come through. As Area is able to hand.
Is not going to have vision control, and so is always going to be under threat against this Ahri, who's going to be much more difficult to deal with a Thresh.
Uh-oh. Chovy's in a lot of trouble here. He has heal and teleport. That's not going to be enough, as even Rocket sails by. Just Gumayusi saying hello. By the way, I'm in this game.
Yeah.
I'd have forgotten about.
T1 is also them picking this fresh has nothing to do with punishing in lane.
Okay, he's trying to get on top of Chovy here. He does have his flash, but it's not going to matter, as now Peanut's trying to make a play. But again, you're so far behind, you can't do much. He will survive for a very long time, actually. As down in the bottom side, Guma's all alone. That's going to be a kill into the hands of Ruler. As Peanut, he will eventually go down. That is another kill into the hands of Owner. As now over the wall, Doran is here, but is he really? As he's just trying to get away now from Caria, who nearly pulls out the 400 IQ hook.
As I was saying.
Well, Genji, they've decided to make their stand. They're down about 4,500 golds, and they were considering pushing into that second Rift Herald. The answer actually is going to be no at the end of the day. Here comes Predator again, as Peanut just kind of stands there and says, well, I don't have a ward, I don't have...
Had they walked into
Doran.
Electric Pikachu.
It's the Submarine 2022 version.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Go get him, Doran.
Okay,
Is that a double?
What do you guys...
He didn't get him! He didn't get him, Veldas!
Yeah.
He didn't get him!
That saves with the double kill. There you go, 4-0, 9 stacks on it, and he's gonna just die. As Chovy will pick up the kill at the very, very least.
I mean, 700 gold in a Rise's pocket isn't going to change the outcome of this game, I'm afraid. A tank Rise, mind you, in this meta.
Chovy's sticking around. He's trying to step up to them. He's actually going to get the flash at Aguma, but nearly trades his life for it.
See, you get the soul points. Help me out here, guys.
Dance flash available, ult's coming up, and they do not see him.
Oh, no!
Oh, they are, okay. He's not gonna
He doesn't have it yet. He doesn't have it yet. It's
He's
almost up.
waiting. As that is some nice poke, the hook onto Chovy, but he's tanky. As now it comes in, but the immediate exhaust as Ruler is kiting back. They are still alive, but that's gonna be the dragon going the way of Faker. As they are super low, but it's not really gonna matter all too much. Everybody on the side of T1 will get the Drake and get out.
Not the cleanest engage there from Zeus, but his ult timer was very, very close to being an amazing one.
We'll see how this goes. I mean, Gen Z, they're not, the Nexus hasn't died, and they have pulled off some crazier things. And T1, they looked a little bit flimsy in that game too, and that game 3, so who knows? Let's see what they got. Toby's just gonna go for a face check here as Jinx says bye-bye with the rocket coming in. And now Ruler, he's gonna stand up to the Thresh, but he's basically all alone. And the feathers will not be enough as they will get on top of Ruler. And Doran, with all that mobility, might just barely be able to get alive. But Faker says no, and that will be the end, the ace, going the way of T1.
It looks like T1.
It feels like that's been the name of the game for him in this one. Inhibitor goes down. Peanut, you know, he's looking for an angle here, but no Q to land. And that's just going to be Gumayusi keeping them at arm's length. They still have the Baron for 10 seconds. They're getting so much value out of this so early on in this game. 11,000 gold to lead now for T1 as they look to potentially close this one out. As now Peanut, a huge play on Taguma. He finally is able to get something done in this one. But that's only a 1-for-1. You see T1, they're going to say, okay, we'll take our foot off the gas pedal for now.
Does protect that inhibitor, which is pretty massive. I mean, League of Legends or the greatest player of all time. And they
Look at him run.
They win their 10th title 10 years after the start of LCK at the